Hello guys, it's Axiom and welcome to my first video of New World. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Amazon for providing me with access to the preview event. So what exactly is New World? It is an open world MMO set on a fictional and supernatural island called Aetonum in the 17th century. There is no class specification in the game. You will be able to build your own character through your choice of weapon, attributes and trade skill. You're going to be able to play alongside 1,000+ other players and there is no region restriction. However, if you decide to play with friends on other regions, you probably will experience latency issues. The game is currently targeting spring 2021 for the release and it is available for pre-order now. There is a standard edition, deluxe edition and a limited Amazon exclusive steelbook. New World will only be available on PC. You don't need an Amazon account to play it, but you do need a Steam account to launch the game. So let's take a look at the settings. Everything here looks pretty standard except the fact that you have a ping function at the bottom now. And I'm presuming that it works so you don't have to talk to people necessarily in chat if you just want to communicate faster. Let's put the settings to 1440. And everything else to very high. We want VSync on and max FPS uncapped. Moving on to accessibility, you can see that there is a color blindness filter. You can change the text size and so on. There are quite a few options here, which is very good. You can see that there are quite a few worlds available and I'm going to pick one with a medium population. Let's go with Shallows.
Have you witnessed their power? I have. We've all heard the legends. Every child has heard the legends of the cursed sea. The stories of ships vanishing without a trace. How many have been lost over the years? Dismissed as fantasy. The nobles, the church. They all knew the truth. Something out there was growing. Something terrible. The threat grows once more as the bourgeoisie slumber. Your ship is stocked and your crew assembled. We can pretend no longer. Left unchecked, the veil will surely fall, and all will be lost to madness and ruin. This destruction must be stopped.
We reached the character creation, so let's go through the settings and see what it's like. As you can see, there's male and female. It looks like your body type is attached to your gender, so it's automatically set. We have 10 different facial options. Let's go through them. But first of all, let's get rid of this beard so we can actually see them. Okay, so let's go through them again. Going through the faces, it looks like the eye colors are changing dependent on the face preset, as well as the scar if you're looking at the guy over here. Let's check out the skin tone, and we have 10 of them as well. It looks like we have a few more hairstyles to go through. Some of them are definitely prettier than others. I quite like the shaved haircut on the side here. Let's click through some of the hair colors, and some of them seem to be a bit more vibrant if you think about it being the 17th century, but it is a fantasy game after all. So it looks like we have 15 options for the facial hair, and it actually looks like the color can be separate from your hair color. All of these styles kind of feel like they fit into the 17th century, so they don't look out of place. So that's the male character creation. Let's randomize a few and see what they come up with. So let's take a look at the female character creation. They also have 10 different presets for the face. The skin tone is the same options as the male character creation. And it looks like they have the same hairstyles as the men as well. I have to say though that some of these, they presumably look a bit better on the male character, and some of them will look a bit better for the female character. I quite like this one. It looks nice. And let's go through some of the colors. It doesn't make much sense to have purple hair in the 17th century, but as I said, since it's a fantasy game, I'm going to go with purple. And it looks like you also have the same facial hair options as the men does, so if you want to be a very special woman, you can be that with whiskers. And the character creation is done, so we're moving on. It looks like we're now entering the tutorial area. And we immediately get somebody jumping at us. They're certainly throwing us right into combat. I must say though that this feels really fluid. There is evil here. The priest called it corruption. I can feel it consuming me. I don't have much time. Take this, keep it safe. It is a crucial key to defeating the veritable army of corruption marshalling here. You'll need help. There are other people on the island. They battle for ages against the tide of corruption. Find a settlement, make allies. You must stop the corruption before it escapes and consumes everything. And there he goes, and we're apparently stealing his stuff. Okay then, I think we got everything we need from him, so let's have a look around. It doesn't look like we have a stamina bar when we're sprinting, so it feels like I can sprint for forever. And I don't feel that I have a stamina bar when I'm swinging at this guy either. The combat feels a little bit weighty. I wish the attacks were a bit faster when you swing, but who knows, maybe it will feel differently when you level up. I'm gonna take a look around before we move on, and I'm gonna see if I can hit this barrel up. Nope, apparently I can't. It is an invincible barrel. The heavy attack feels pretty okay, but when you're swinging you can't interrupt your ability, so you're kind of locked down. Let's see, can I... No, I can't do that. Of course, it's this way. Okay, that's good to know. Drowned sailor, I challenge thee. Okay, so we got a weapon upgrade. So we have a choice of the Whirling Blade or Shield Bash. I think I'm going with the Whirling Blade for now. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it looks like it has a 20-second cooldown. Oh, look at these light rays. That is very pretty. Oh, and look at this view. That is a really nice intro to the game. I wonder if I could go there eventually. Okay, let's jump down and see what we're up against. This actually looks like it could be the tutorial boss. Oh, this guy's pissed. The fire looks pretty good coming from the sword and then slamming down in the ground. And as you can see now, we actually do have a stamina bar when I'm in combat. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can dodge at all when I'm in my animations, so timing is definitely the key. That's a pretty good little cinematic. So it looks like we're out of the tutorial area, and it looks like I have a few frame drops, but nothing to be alarmed about. It looks like I can pick up this flint here. And when I do that, if you're looking at my tab down in the right corner, it looks like my bag is slowly filling up. So it could either be an item limit or a weight limit. Let's take a look around the camp first. If you want to pause and read this, feel free, but I'm not going to read all of it. Oh, craft and rest. So we can make food, and it looks like we can upgrade and make new tools. So we're getting a pair of new boots, and we're getting a new quest. Okay, so here are the attributes. You can see the tab of the weapon mastery and the trade skills as well. So this is what's going to define how you're going to play your character. Let's put our 1 point into strength because we're running around with a one-handed sword. So here are the first weapons that we can see. I don't know if they will be adding more of them, but it definitely looks like there is some space left. And here are the trade skills, which actually looks like you'll have quite a bit to do if you wanna go all out in this area. So over here in the company you can see that this is sort of the guild recruitment tab, but the company recruitment tab then. Now where do I go to equip my gear? It's probably in a completely different tab. Yep, here it is. And we're gonna drag these over here. So that's the fire stuff, but maybe for another video because I want to stick with the sword and shield for now. So let's move on and do this quest. We need to kill 3 drowned, and I'm guessing they're sailors. These guys do not look happy to see me, that's for sure. It doesn't look like there's any backstab mechanic. Well, maybe you get a different skill in the future, but not something that we could use now anyway. Flint arrow, that's pretty handy because I think the quest reward was a bow. You can see that the straight sword master is also leveling up slowly, but it's at a different rate than the experience points. Oh, 2 of them. That was pretty satisfying. And we've leveled up. I think we got another talent point. Yeah. So let's put that into strength as well. And I want this supply crate. Thank you very much. I guess these are just crafting materials. And here we go, 2 for 1 again. Let's go back and get that bow. You can see that we can unlock another slot at level 5 and one at level 30, so we can probably switch between them quite seamlessly. And it might be an idea to equip some of the arrows as well. There we go. I'm gonna finish this quest and then we'll try out the bow. It looks like we need to gather a few materials around the camp. And now we also need to make a skinning knife. Oh, I don't know what this is. Anyway, let's craft this knife. The crafting menu looks very simple at the moment. I don't know if it will get extended when you have more points into the profession, but at the moment it's nothing complicated. And I think we just got another skill point. I think I'm going to put this point actually in dexterity since I want to try out this weapon. Okay, let's go back and kill some of the sailors and see how it is. This guy is quite fast. The bow feels good, so let's see if I can charge up an arrow here. And yes, I can. He is not happy about me shooting him in the head. Okay, so if you don't aim, it looks like you can sort of do a little bit of a quick attack with the bow. Let's try this again. Yep, that's pretty good. I think I got him in the shoulder there. But yeah, the bow feels actually pretty good to use. Obviously we have a limited amount of ammunition, so it might be good to use as a secondary weapon. If you guys have any questions at all about the gameplay, I'm going to be playing this as much as I can, and I will try and answer any of your questions that you may have. As of now, the games feel pretty good, and oh, hold on. This guy has something else for me. Thank you, mate. So as I was saying, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment. And as of now, the game feels pretty good. It does. I mean, we're looking at it as an early preview, and I can't imagine what it's going to feel like when we're coming to the beta in spring. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.